Hey, everybody. I am Monique Derwin. I am here today to talk to you a little bit about the throat. So, I just want to expand off of what I talked about last week. So, last week I went into the heart. We did some heart opening exercises. We kind of talked about what goes on in that space right there, right? So, now I want to travel it up a little bit, right? Because in the energy world, which is where I live, and I have found so much peace and satisfaction integrating all of this information. There are certain channels that run from the heart to the throat. And so there's an expression that comes in, right? And so often we have been shut down as humans in society, in our own homes, in our environments, in our work, in our schools, right? Where we haven't been able to voice what we want, where we haven't been able to share what is important for us or what we need. And I really want to talk about that. And it's really tying into everything that I'm building and creating right now. I'm going to be doing some really great webinars over the next couple weeks about self love, expression, being able to vocalize what you need, being able to be heard, being able to be seen. This is a huge thing for people that are reinventing themselves and coming out of trauma and healing their lives. And this is the next level, guys. So if you've done all this other stuff, this inner child work and this shadow work and this ancestral healing and this generational stuff, that's amazing, right? That's what we want. We want to heal those patterns. But now we want to move into what's we're going to do going forward, how we're going to create, how we're going to manifest, how we're going to speak our life into existence. And this is where the cool stuff really comes in. This is where I like to play a lot in. And it's so satisfying and fun. And so we want to be able to feel in our heart what is right for us. And then we want to be able to vocalize it and express it and then be able to have it manifest and come to fruition, right? That's what we've all been taught. But how? We're going to start with what's actually going on in the throat, in the body, in the heart, in the nervous system. This is my jam. Okay. So, one of the first things that I always like to do is if I have something that's very dear to my heart and I need to express it, and either I'm afraid or I'm embarrassed or I don't know the words to say or I don't know how to go about having that adult conversation, the first thing I do, y'all know I'm an oil girl. I go for doTERRA. I love doTERRA. I have an account. I'm not selling it. I'm not pushing it. But if you want it, you know where to find me. It's freaking amazing. I do a drop of balance right on my finger and right on the throat. And just a little gentle massage. Now, you guys know I'm an esthetician, so I want to get all nice and proper with everything that I'm talking about here. You want to use very light pressure, 5 grams or less. You don't want to push or anything like that. Inhaling the oil goes straight to the olfactory senses. We know that goes to the brain and it starts to trigger things for us, right? With balance, we're going to be activating some positive things, not necessarily anything negative, right? So, really nice smell. And then I get a pen and paper and I journal. I know, journaling, the worst. Some people really struggle with journaling. Some people really love it. I would invite you to just write out what it is that you desire. I want, right? Go to town. So I put a little bit of balance on my neck. The neck and the throat itself here, all the expression, all the things that come through us, right? All the things that we want to share with people. Sometimes we feel embarrassed. Sometimes we don't feel like we have the authority. Sometimes we feel like it's not the proper time. All valid, guys. I hear you. I see you. I remember being there. But what about what I need? What about what's for me, right? This is so important in my world. And there has to be this balance between helping them and doing all the things because I love my family. I really do. They're awesome. There was a time where they drove me nuts, but now I'm actually just thrilled to be around them. They're so fun. So I want to take care of them. I want to help them out, right? I want to do these things. I have amazing clients that are going through transitions that are so awesome. And I want to be there for them too, right? But I've got to find this balance in between work, home, and Monique time. And I think this is where a lot of us get caught up just with we want to do the best we can with everything that's in front of us. And so we tend to put ourselves on the back burner, and that can get us into a lot of trouble. And I am a prime example of that. If you go back and you look at my timeline, you can see the years where I did not do anything for myself, where I was overgiving, overextending, just devaluing myself. And it caused a lot of chaos, not only in my personal life, in my married life, in my relationships, in my career, in my finances, in my physical health. I was a raging alcoholic. I was a drug addict. I was doing everything to avoid expressing. I was repressing it because it wasn't safe. It wasn't okay. Like, you can't do that. You can't say that, Monique. You can't go over there and tell people stuff like that. But there was a part of me that needed to. And so this is where I kept pushing it in and pushing it in and don't say a word. Be a good girl. Shut your mouth. Smile. Be pretty. Cross your legs. Right? All that stuff. And that would get me into this overwhelming, like, I'm not good enough. I'm not important enough. What I need doesn't matter. I'll just put myself in the closet, in the back burner. It's okay. Not a big deal. But over time of doing that, I ended up making myself very, very, very sick. And I'm going to talk to you about this. So as a child, I had chronic tonsillitis, which means all of this right here was swollen. I still have my tonsils. I'm in my 40s. They never took them out. I guess I needed them. But anyways, so my throat oftentimes was blocked. It was shut down. It wasn't safe for me to talk. It wasn't safe for me to share things. And not because like my parents were bad or abusive or crazy or anything, but just like I didn't know that I could, right? And so the mind is so powerful, and it actually manifested illnesses in my throat. And so I had a lot of throat illness growing up, into adulthood, even into early young adulthood, early 20s, things like that. So anyways, long stories longer, the throat here, there's going to be a few things that we can do just to kind of work on it, love on it. And then of course I'm going to do the mind body connection because that's what I do. So what I would start with is getting some kind of space that's comfortable for you to express, even if it's alone, even if you're driving in your car, just talk out loud, say what you need to say, let yourself be heard. Okay. I think this is very important. Those are the couple of things that I really like to do. So just journaling or just saying out loud alone. Then there comes a point where you have to have a conversation with people. And this is where it gets fun. So if you want to know more about that, DM me, because I'm not going to go into that on YouTube. But this is an amazing just way to handle relationships and conversations. So if you need support there, shoot me a message. But anyways, come back to the story. We have all this stuff going on in the throat itself. We have a lot of muscles. We have a lot of things that go on, like we swallow. We have in little diaphragms right here that do certain things. I'm not going to get into all the tech and the science of this because that's way too much information for this little video. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff going on in the neck. There's a lot of arteries, there's a lot of veins, there's a lot of muscle, there's a lot of tissue. It does all these different mechanisms. It helps us swallow, right? All the things. So we want to be kind to our throat. So a couple things that you can do is literally just give yourself a little bit of massage like this. And when I say 5 grams of pressure, I mean the weight of a nickel. That's what I want you to put on your hand and feel it. That's how much pressure you should be putting on your throat. And all you're doing is just moving down a little bit of lymph, just moving it around. You may even taste it. You may swallow it, heads up. So this is something you can do. We have lymph nodes that come all the way here, right? You could just run down like this. Nice little massage, really light pressure. It feels really good on my throat and neck. Okay. The next thing you could do is come right here under the collarbone. Now, my collarbone is right here, okay? You can come right here underneath the collarbone and just pull down like this, the tissue, and just go side to side. And this is such a gentle stretch. It feels so amazing, though. I can feel it all the way up the side. I can feel this in my shoulder blades. I can feel this down into my pecs, back to the center, and go the other side. And you're not going hard. You're not going far. You're not trying to see how fast you can stretch. You're just letting the weight of the head pull. And now I'm going to go back. This one's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice opening of the throat. So I'm going to drop all the way back. I'm trying to keep my spine as straight as possible. So this could be done in a chair that has back, and just let the neck fall over the back side of the chair. And then we, of course, go forward because everything I do backwards, I do forward. You could just turn side to side. Nice little stretches. I feel this all in here, all in this muscle, all in the scalenes, all this good jazz right here. Come back to center. Okay, so you could just do something like that, just kind of warm up the neck. But where the love comes in is right here. I would encourage you to put one hand maybe on your heart, the other one maybe on your neck, right? And you could do it to the front, to the side, whatever, wherever feels right for you. Just put your hand there. Just touch your body. Make connection with yourself. Do I have difficulty communicating? Do I have low self-esteem, self-doubt? Am I in self-sabotage? Am I feeling shut down or misunderstood? Do I feel held back, frustrated, stuck, fearful? Do I feel unworthy? Am I in conflict with myself? Do I feel like I don't have a choice? If any of that felt true to you in any aspect of life, this is where we get the help. This is where we shift. So, I love mind-body connection. I love the TMS world. I love integrating energy medicine with all of this. And I have a program that is freaking amazing. So if you are someone who has dealt with any kind of throat stuff, any kind of expression problems, if you find yourself stuck in between, where is the time for me after I do everything for them? This is my specialty, and I remember being there. I help people who were in burnout, who were in struggle, heal. I help you realign, release, rewire, reset, renew, all the things, right? We have so much fun. So if you've been struggling with feeling heard, being accepted, loving yourself, seeing what you like in the mirror, and I don't mean just your physical appearance. I mean the energy, the soul, the aura that you represent here on earth. If you are struggling with what's going on in that reflection, I'm going to put a link in the comments right below. Feel free to shoot me a message. Let's connect. I have so many opportunities for you. And I remember, and it doesn't have to be like this forever. There's a way out. In fact, I was talking to one of my clients who was in their 80s, who thought it was too late. Guess what? She's just living her best life now. It's never too late. So join me. I welcome you into my world. My name is Monique Derwin. I am an integrative mind-body coach, and I teach people how to self-heal using an integrative approach. And I would welcome you into my life to inquire. Have a great day. Bye, guys and gals and people, all you.